Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles, where today, Alex the Snowflake, and I know I've heard that name before, this is definitely not the first time I've featured him, although I'll be buggered if I can remember what his last battle was. But anyway, Alex the Snowflake in a tier 9 battle here on the Steppes map. Now this is assault mode. So that means there are a couple of very important differences. First, there's a reduced time limit. The attacking team only has 10 minutes rather than the 15 minutes that everybody gets in standard battle. Also, there is an attacking team and a defending team. And in order for the defending team to win, they don't have to kill everybody on the attacking team. I mean, they can, but they can win by just staying alive until the match timer runs out and preventing their base from being capped. Alex on the attacking team, however, is going to be suffering from some pretty nasty lag spikes throughout the course of this battle. Yes, you just saw one there. There will be more. Normally I'd edit them out. It only takes a minute to do and it just helps the video flow better. But one of those lag spikes is actually going to be relatively significant, so I've left them in for today's video. Alex is on the attacking team, of course, which means they have to be aggressive. They have to kill all of the enemy tanks or capture the enemy base, and they only have 10 minutes to do it. So the attacking team must be aggressive. They must actually attack. But it has to be controlled aggression, because this is the Steppes map and there's an awful lot of flat open terrain that has to be crossed where you can get caught in a nasty campfire, and there was another one of those crossfire, sorry. And there was another one of those lag spikes. I mean, getting caught in a campfire wouldn't be that bad, I suppose. Might get a bit warm after a while, but you'd probably be alright. Going to be vulnerable here as he crosses the railway embankment. Yep, shot there from the KV-4, return fire. He was nicely angled though, and that's the thing about the E75. I mean, it is a strong tank. It used to be an extremely strong tank, but well, you know, time marches on. Power creep affects everybody. There was another lag spike. Is that guy AFK? Do you not realise there's a bunch of enemy tanks on your flank? Are you, no, he is. No, that is the way he's decided to play. Well, alright, fine. Whatever. Okay. Check this out. Look at this. When you know where all the shots are coming from, you can angle the E75 surprisingly well. And it's only there when he gives just that. Do you see how fine the margin for error is? Just a couple of degrees of angling is the difference between bouncing gold from a CC67 or having a channel tunnel-sized hole pumped into the side of your tank by the T95. I mean, the T95's always had a very, very strong gun. Good old Doom Turtle. Particularly at ranges like this, where it's questionable accuracy. Speaking of which, see the weak spot he was aiming for there. I mean, I think most people know that the T95's armour is not at its strongest underneath the gun. But there are not a lot of people know that it's especially weak in that one strip between the extreme lower glacis and the kind of upper part of the lower glacis. I mean, the extreme lower glacis isn't particularly thick either, but the closer you get to it, the more heavily angled it becomes. So, you know, well done, Alex. Here is where the teams start to try to throw things a little, however. In that initial rush of success, they start getting a bit overconfident, because there is still an awful lot of open ground for them to cross. They've done the easy part now, fighting through the rocks. I mean, they had to fight through some strong opposition, but they brawled their way through it. Nice, another kill. Not for Alex, obviously, but... oh, I don't know about the AMX there, though. He spotted you, and he does have the gun depression to shoot over there, and all you can shoot at is his commander's hatch, and you missed. Yeah. I think the AMX managed to just get through his lower glacis. Note the 53 TP just had his tracks blown off, starts pulling back because he obviously knows he's visible, then gets hit again, his tracks get blown off again. Repair kit on cooldown, and yeah, he's dead. The enemy team are putting up a strong defence here. Their positioning is actually not that bad. I mean, they've got a strong defence line immediately in front of Alex's position here, with an awful lot of open ground for him to cover in order to, you know, exploit any kind of opening, which they're not really giving at the moment. And they're punishing anybody who... there's another lag spike, don't worry. Nothing critical, he's in cover behind the rocks. And the enemy team are punishing anybody who tries to advance across this open ground here. The team are trying to flank around, but they also have a fairly strong defence line on the hills at the back of the map as well. Oh, come on, Alex, you got this guy. Yes, nice. And back behind the rocks. Obviously, he got spotted. The team are down a kill. Although there isn't that much of a health difference between the two teams. The problem is that, well, when you're attacking, you traditionally want to have the numbers advantage over the enemy, and they don't have that. So they're going to need to soften up, like this. A few more of those enemy tanks. Nice, the Scorpion G. Oh, there's another one of those lag spikes, but again, it didn't come at a critical moment. The T-30 has made it across the open ground, but he's basically lost all of his health doing it. And he has just died. He did manage to do a substantial amount of damage to enemy tanks who were shooting back at him, with the benefit of some cover and fire from the Scorpion G and Alex here. And while they lost the T-30, they did pull a couple of the kills back, so the kills are now even, and the T-30 did a lot of damage to those enemy tanks. And Alex is about to do some more as the Striv K pops out in order to get the kill on the S1. And oh, another lag spike. Caught him at a very, very vulnerable moment there. Half in, half out of cover, and spotted, but he managed to get away with it. With the enemy team now ahead on kills, the UDES-14 pulls an extremely dumb move. He doesn't have the alpha damage to one-shot the LT-432, and he doesn't have the health to survive the 2 return shots that the LT-432 was able to get in before he could reload his gun. So they're now 2 kills behind. They still more or less have parity as far as the health difference is concerned, however. And Alex's spider sensor's tingling. There we go, he got the LT-432, and now it falls back into the low ground here, because both he and the Scorpion G have spotted that the Striv K is suffering from a sudden, inexplicable and fatal rush of shit to the brain. I mean, I don't know why he thought it was a good idea on the defending team to leave cover on 73 health and drive across the middle of an open field, but I can't say I'm sorry that he did, and I'm pretty sure Alex isn't either. 5,000 damage, 4 kills. Once again, they are even on kills, and they have a very, very slim health advantage. But all of the lag spikes that Alex has been suffering so far haven't really happened at critical moments. I mean, one of them very nearly did, but he ended up not having to pay for it. This one, however, cost him a shot on the Kunze-Panzer. And he knows it. He's there in chat. Crap. Crap indeed. The enemy team still putting up a dogged resistance. The K91 goes down, and he had the probably biggest chunk of the team's remaining health outside of Alex himself. There goes the kill advantage. They've now lost the health advantage. Alex sees his chance to put another shot into the Kunze-Panzer, takes one hit from the Su-30PM, but he's very well angled as he goes around the corner, doesn't suffer any damage from it. The AMX 5100 goes down thanks to the Type 59, who's occupied a cross-firing position in the middle of the team. There goes the Kunze-Panzer. Now is the time to push. Remember, this is assault. You only get 10 minutes. And they only have 2.5 minutes remaining. 2.5 minutes in which to either kill all 3 remaining enemy tanks or cap out the enemy base. And the enemy base is right there. They've finally cleared out most of the resistance. There is an Su-130PM over there, but he's probably fallen back to defend the base. They have to get in there. And Alex, as a top tier heavy, a very strong top tier heavy, the responsibility is on him. And Alex is going for it. He's in the cap. He's been joined by the WZ-120FT. It's going to take them 46 seconds to win by capping, but the enemy team are not going to let that happen. There's the Su-130PM. There's another lag spike. He's going to have to take the hit here. He tries to angle the lower glacis, but, well, the lower glacis is basically flat at that kind of upward firing angle. Gets a shot into the Su-130PM. Some beautiful flanking teamwork there from the WZ-120FT and the Scorpion G going around and catching the Su-130PM in the flank, ensuring that Alex does not have to take another hit. His engine has been damaged and his repair kit is on cooldown, but he's in the cap circle now. He doesn't need to go anywhere. Repair kit comes off cooldown, he uses it, why not? He's in a beautiful position here, sheltered from any shots from the remaining tanks on the enemy team, who, unless they do something in the next 20 seconds, are going to lose. The onus is now on the enemy team, who do still have the health advantage. That T-54 over there almost has more health than Alex's team combined. But he doesn't have time. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, he's going to have to go for it. No, he's dithered too long, 2 seconds, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Too slow, bonus damage, game over. Beautiful example there of some controlled aggression and some great brawling from Alex the Snowflake in the German Tier 9 heavy tank, the E75, in this assault mode map here on the Steppes map. with some sterling assistance and good teamwork from the WZ-120FT, and it has to be said the Scorpion G2, even though he didn't have that much of a direct impact on the battle, he did in fact only do 339 damage, but he was there when Alex needed him. And thanks to the efforts of the team's tank destroyers, in particular the T-30 as well, by the way, who did have a very, very strong finish in this game, coming second on both damage done and experience earned behind Alex. And that was enough, even though he only got 4 kills, for the coveted Mark of Excellence and the Ace Tanker Award. But perhaps most impressively, because Alex relied on the old-fashioned and rapidly going out-of-fashion tactic of just knowing how to play rather than simply reaching for Mummy's credit card every time he pulled the trigger, Alex actually made a substantial profit on that battle, and would have still made a profit even if he hadn't been running a premium account. And that is pretty impressive, especially in this day and age, in a Tier 9 battle. So congratulations, Alex, on a textbook example of how to play the E75 there, battling through the lag spikes and coming out with more than 6,000 damage done, and an extremely hard-to-earn Mark of Excellence. Well done for the game. I hope everybody else enjoyed it, and as always, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.